couple of 4/3s, you know, rotating around. But let's take a look there at round 4. And again, this is not the match. Just bear with us real quick as we adjust and set things up the correct way. Ta-da!
Alright, we don't have to change.
TJ decided to stay in his spot. Croc claims the matchup is fine.
Who said that?
Island said that.
Oh. Well, Island knows how our match went, so.
And it's like it's fine if you're on the Grixis side of things. You know, but if you're on the Infect side of things, it is not fine.
It's not fine.
It's not where you want to be.
I think that's comical.
Yes, I agree. That is
It is not fine.
quite comical.
Yep,
Like,
it's tough.
yeah, the worst.
It's the worst.
No, like it's. I don't know. It's. They have lightning bolts. They have fatal push. They have Colgan's command. All of those main board there.
Yep.
Stubborn Denial to counter your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Snapcaster to flash any of that stuff back.
You're correct.
And then you're not dealing real damage to them.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Yep. It's still.
They're gonna just get themselves down and be like, all right, cool. Here's my Death Shadows. You're not gonna be able to get through this with, you know, your Glistener Elves and stuff. You're gonna have to rely on Blighted Agent. You're gonna have to rely on Ink Moth to fly over top of me, or just kind of go unblockable. But that's assuming I don't have any of my removal spells. TJ made a really good point, and he says, I stopped playing Infect 100% because of Death Shadow, which is why I'm currently playing it and like 23-4 in matches. And yeah, he has been dominating with the Grixis version. Yeah, Thoughtseize, Inquisition, I'm going to strip away all your cards at the start. Like, it's not fun. Liliana Last Hope, oh, gosh, such a good card. Alright.
Blood Crypt, Thoughtseize. DJ's at 16. What's in the box?
Oh. Yikes. Breeding Pool, Ink Moth. So now he's on Ink Moth plan. But TJ's got this point that he made. Turn 1, Thoughtseize, take your one guy, load up removal, disruption, and counters. It's not a good matchup. No, it's not. It's happens though.
Just kidding. I was going to decide with the Inkmoth Nexus to start. TJ, here's a Scalding Tarn, pass.
Yeah,
Oh.
so Inkmoth to start here if your opponent, for whatever reason, taps out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can swing in one.
Sure.
But that's really, I think it's fine.
It's going to fetch twice. So, 14. And shocks twice. Goes to 10.
Bam, bam. Keep that Death Shadow alive.
He has at least one Team or Battle Rage in his deck.
One main, one in the sideboard.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is great. I
Oh.
like that gotcha factor.
He says, just kidding, I'll go to 11.
Okay.
12.
So even sitting there, it's like, okay, you're letting me know you could have Stubborn Denial. You're letting me know that there's Fatal Push here.
Mm.
And there is both. Another Water Grave going to come down. He'll drop down to 9 life. And he'll say, here's a Twisted Image.
Yeah, I mean, just to draw a card and see what he
Yeah.
can come up with.
Digging here. There's another Ink Moth. And I'll try to push that off a cliff, he says. And he's going to try to protect it.
Blossoming Defense? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and he's like, alright, I'll take 3.
Bloodstained Mire, potentially. Yep, it's gonna stick.
Yeah.
We'll go to 9. I think he's trying to decide which fetch land do I want to get. Or not. Here's a swamp. Swing for 4. Mightable Crosa main phase is going to get denied.
He says, can I please pump my guy?
Nice try. It's got a bolt in hand. TJ's going to go to 7. Let's see, 6 plus 3 is 9. Ryan will be down to 4.
Activate.
Try it again.
Bolt it.
Yep, bolt's gonna come down.
And kills off the Ink Moth.
Yep. There's not much you can do there.
No, I don't see another land to do some more pumps. Even if I mean, he could have double mutagenic. That would be the only saving way.
He could have. Death Shadow is the Pikachu of Modern.
Interesting statement.
He has a shock land in hand, so it's and draws a Stubborn Denial. Great. Yep, goes to 5. Bring my friend and we'll die.
Zaxxy's
Yep.
here, right? Or no?
No, it was
7,
1 over.
So he was
Overkill.
sideboard time. All right, guys, you be the judge at home. Does that seem like a fun matchup for Infect? We had some discussion going, but
Answer's no.
the answer is no.
Answer is never fun.
where you want to be.
Yep. Alright, so TJ's got
Sorry.
2 Ceremonious Rejection, 1 Teamer Battle Rage, 2 Terminate, 2 Collective Brutality, 1 Liliana the Last Hope, 2 Stubborn Denial, 1 Dreadbore, 2 Nihil Spellbomb, 1 Anger of the Gods, and 1 Izzet Staticaster. So let me just go ahead and tell you what I don't think should be in here, because everything else
seems pretty good.
It seems pretty good. And the only question I have is the Nihil Spellbomb.
That's the Graveyard Hate one.
That's the Graveyard Hate one.
You could pay a black and draw a card.
Yeah, that one doesn't seem great. The 2 Ceremonious Rejection, I'm not really a fan of. Even the Temur Battle Rage, I don't really care about because of everything else that is in TJ's sideboard.
All the removal.
Yeah, I mean, you can make an argument for the Terminates.
Yep.
Please bring in that second. Well, maybe it's not a second. Liliana, the Last Hope.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
The Izzet Staticaster, please bring in.
Yep.
And yeah, I can see him taking out 1 Temur Battle Rage right now.
Collective Brutality.
Yeah, even Collective Brutality is just so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I mean, strip away those pump spells.
Yeah.
You can kill off creatures with it. Like.
Yep.
It's pretty good. Over on Ryan's side, he's got 2 Pithing Needle, 1 Viridian Corruptor, 2 Seal of Primordium, 1 Nature's Claim, 1 Pulse Marasa, 1 Spellskite, 1 Grafdigger's Cage, 1 Relic, 2 Dispels, 2 Kitchen Fink, and an Echoing Truth. So you have to decide how control-y you want to be. Right?
Sure.
I like the idea of bringing in at least 1 Pithing Needle, because there are cards like Liliana the Last Hope, and if you don't shut that down, you're going to lose every single creature. There's the sideboard potential of Izzet Staticaster, which you're playing Grixis. That is something you can see. I like the idea of the Pulse Marasa. You get to gain 6 life off it, get a creature or a land back. I also like the idea of the Echoing Truth and Dispels, but you have to be like, alright, how control-y should I go? Do I need all of those in there? How much of it can I really go for? I think the Pithing Needle is a really important one here. Echoing Truth, you can bounce Death Shadow. Oftentimes there's more than one on the field, so that can be a pretty nice one. You could make the argument for Kitchen Finks if that's kind of what you think you need to go. But I think it's not as important as, say, like the Pithing Needle and the Echoing Truth, and you can go more control-y with Pulse Marasa and Dispels and stuff, so.
Cool.
That's my thoughts on it. So the player's going to be deciding if they're keeping or mulligan in here. Alright. Good matchup for Karen Call if we had it. That's true. Karen Call is 4 mana though, so it is a little bit slower. Does make some guys off it. That's why I like the Pulse a lot, because you're paying 3 mana, gaining 6 life, which is usually relevant to get back one of your Infect creatures. Alright. Ryan's happy with his. Relic could be good too. Yep, that's a good point. Knowing that there are the Snapcasters, there's also the delving away stuff with like Gurmag Angler and things like that. So slowly chipping away at the things in the graveyard can be relevant. Also, you can draw a card off that. We saw Ryan Twisted Image just to draw an extra card. So. And here is a Glistener Elf off of a forest.
Seems like a pretty solid start.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, alright, are you going to disrupt my hand or are you going to kill this off? you're probably going to be able to do one of the two. It looks like TJ's going to opt for the Lightning Bolt play. So we'll go to 17 to Lightning Bolt and kill off the elf. And here's an Ink Moth, Noble Hierarch, pass turn. So this will be more of our disruption plan here. And there's the Inquisition coming out from TJ. Gonna start taking a look at what Ryan has going on there. This is 4-color.
Oh.
Apostles, Twisted Image, Distortion Strike, and looks like a Might of Old Corrosa on the top end there. So, TJ is going to say, we'll get rid of that. And he says, you can get rid of the Apostles' Blessing as well, because I'm going to be Thought Seizing you. We'll lose 5 that turn. So he's taken 7 overall. Activate. Pay for a green Twisted Image, or sorry, play for a blue Twisted Image, draw a card, swing in 2.
Draw. Oh, drew a Fatal Push. Seems fine.
Yeah, and he's going to Stubborn Denial.
Mm-hmm. Why not?
Why not? First, though, we're going to start out by Thought Scour. TJ is going to go for himself there. Throw 2 in there. One of them, at least, is the Death Shadow. Looks like drew another land.
I'm just gonna guess 10.
Yeah, this seems like a safe and fair bet to go for here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's got Colgan's come in too?
Get back
Jeez.
that Shadow.
Yeah.
Kill Ink Moth Nexus.
Sure. Push the Ink Moth Nexus. Ooh, Spell Pierce, but it's gonna get denied. Feels bad when it gets denied without the Ferocious Claws.
Yeah.
Colgan's Command. Ping your blue source.
Yep. Shoot that down. Bring back
This Death Shadow. Sure. Seems fine. Glistener Elf.
I'll take care of myself.
Sure. Gets another Stubborn Denial.
Nice.
Push that guy. Yep, this is fine. This is. I'm glad that we're doing this. Here's another Death Shadow. Attacks for 3. TJ plays another.
Another Death Shadow followed up.
Uh-huh. We've now doubled our damage. Double the fun.
With double Death Shadows?
Kick, punch. Oh, push. But you know what? Parappa taught me one thing, and it was, I gotta believe.
Look at this.
Yeah, Sylvan's Scrying.
Would be good if there wasn't a put or a
Got denied. Got denied.
Doesn't matter.
Feels Kappa, man. Feels Kappa. Yep, let's boost up our Death Shadows. Now there's 6 6s.
Seems great.
Sure. I'm playing Legacy, and he is not. That is the difference. 12 damage. Fife.
Enter Scoop
Yep.
phase.
TJ sewing that matchup fairly quickly. Oh.
Oh. Well, hello there.
Hey.
We switched sides.
We did. I needed to drive.
He did. I was taking too long.
Yeah.
I'm a slow moving this.
But that's alright. Easy peasy.
I feel so bad for Ryan. Like, it really is an easy match, and like, an Infect player has got to be super lucky. Not like a really good Infect player has to be super lucky. Like, there's no denying. Even a good Infect player can sit there and just lose to Death Shadow because of the way the deck is designed to function. Disruption, removal. Like, it's just, the deck doesn't get any legs. Like,
Sure doesn't.
So,
I mean,
chopped down underneath of it.
Just looking at TJ's sideboard, you're just like, what is Ryan to do?
Yeah.
There were, what, 3 cards? 4 cards, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
That weren't terrible. They just were like, no, I don't need them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just didn't feel like there was ever a moment that Ryan felt comfortable with his matchup at all.
Yeah.
So
But that's something that you have to keep in mind, because this is the meta that we live in currently. It's Death Shadow.
It's Death Shadow.
Like, that is on top. Now, that being said, there's a lot of variance in the top 8s and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to just say, oh, I have to build a deck to beat Death Shadow, then you're going to lose to everything else.
Yep.
Like, so you have to keep that in mind. If you might need specific sideboard stuff, and we did see some stuff in Ryan's list, but he also knows that Walking Ballista and, these prison-based decks are running around our meta, so we needed to tweak the board to deal with those. So it's, it's what it is. All right. One more to go.
You don't want to see him shave.
No, you don't.
You don't. That's why he keeps it, because you don't want to see it otherwise. Just FYI.
Just so y'all know.
If you guys were curious.
Look at this. I know you guys have been in need of more Death Shadow in your life. And you are in luck, because you're going to be seeing double the Death Shadow in 2 different variants.
Mm-hmm.
One will be Grixis, and one's going to be a 4-color. You look like a 12-year-old like me? Yeah, I would actually look like a 12-year-old. Super young.
I'm not quite sure. I think he's probably talking to me.
Oh, if I shaved. Well, I thought he was talking about if I shaved.
No, but I don't know if you know what? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Alright, so let's see how this goes.
Right.
You ready?